Hey Inspirators, it's Inspiring Vanessa here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today's video I'm doing the My Journey in 2020 video. At the end of each year I usually do a reflection video, which is basically just going through all the months and seeing what I've achieved in that year. This helps me kind of learn about the lessons that I've learned and can also give you guys an insight about what you've learned from the following years or your challenges. I think this video for My Journey in 2020 is going to be really impactful because we've all gone through a roller coaster of a year, so make sure to like this video and subscribe, and let's just get straight into it. So obviously, starting off with January, we started off this year on a good note, as a matter of fact. We actually hit 5,000 subscribers in the beginning of this year, which seems kind of crazy because we've grown so much since then. Do I think it kind of misled the way I thought 2020 was going to go? Perhaps, but I still learned things. I think everyone kind of learned a big lesson from this year as well, so I'm glad that we kind of started off on that good note, even though it didn't exactly progress better into that throughout the year. Then moving on to February, I was interviewed on Heritage Television along with my mum as well, and it was so much fun. I think I was more amused by the whole green screen setup that they had, because when you looked on the screen you were behind like this completely digital made up TV studio, but obviously in real life you're just looking around at a massive green screen room, so that was so much fun to do and to kind of mirror yourself and see where your eyes are moving, if that makes sense. Then, as every single year, usually have Fashion Week, which is in February and September. Obviously September didn't actually go on. I think there were a few virtual ones, but in February I did have the opportunity to walk at London Kids Fashion Week. I had a wonderful time, a wonderful experience. In the past years I've actually hosted the event twice, one by myself and the first time I did it, and the second time with two of my co-hosts, my two brilliant friends, Che and Rihanna. But this year I actually got to walk for two brands. I walked for Ice Cream London and Garment Streak. I met even more amazing people there and made new friends as I did in the previous years going to the event. Fingers crossed it will happen next year because I really want to go back and see everyone again. Also in February I attended the Sonic the Hedgehog multimedia screening in Leicester Square. That was so much fun. I also had like blue hair to kind of match the whole theme, the whole aesthetic of the film. The film is brilliant. I actually have a movie review, so if you want to check out that, make sure to click the I button in the corner over here and check it out. I was also interviewed by Box Human, so thank you for having me and doing the interview with me. It was so much fun. They had some really interesting questions that I haven't actually been asked before on the interviews that I've done, so that was a really fun time and experience to do. And also in February I travelled to Prague, which is in Czech Republic, which is where my mum is from. You guys probably seen me do a bunch of different travel vlogs on my trips there, but we actually went to see my baby cousin, who's going to be 1 pretty soon. It was really weird that he was born like almost a year ago. This whole year went by so fast. I feel like I'm still mentally in March. So moving on to March, I attended the My Spy multimedia screening with my friend Rihanna. It was so much fun. The film is brilliant, and I actually got to interview the amazing actress Chloe Coleman, who is the main character in the film. She is so lovely and down to earth. So if you haven't seen the interview, go and check it out. It'll probably be in the I button or in the description down below. I was featured in Darling magazine, so once again thank you so much for having me. I'm always so grateful to be featured in different magazines and for people to recognise my message and share that to other people. Looking back at it now, it felt like I didn't really do that many like actual events this year where I was physically there, but in the first few months without there being any lockdown, I feel like I went to a few different events, so I kind of got that socialisation in the beginning of the year, so I guess it's alright. I attended the ET 1% Club in London with Eric Thomas, and I actually got to meet Jamal King. He is a motivational speaker also, and I mean everyone at the event, amazing. I always love going to inspirational seminars because the atmosphere there is on another level. I think one of my main highlights from multimedia screenings in general would probably be the 4 Kids in It multimedia screening, because I actually got to meet Jacqueline Wilson. I didn't even know how I didn't kind of fate when I met her, but I kind of grew up reading her books and kind of looking up to her, so to actually get to meet her in real life, that was an absolutely just like once in a lifetime opportunity, so I'm so grateful for that. And I also got to meet the cast members, and they are all so lovely and talented in the Sky original. In March, my final speaking gig, or my last speaking gig from this year, being there physically speaking in front of an actual audience, if we're not counting in virtual events, was the Teen Summit seminar. I love speaking at the Teen Summit. Their atmosphere is always amazing as well. We always have such a brilliant panel of guests and speakers. There's just so much knowledge to be learned, especially, and the fact we get to do it in a school where school students and school kids get to kind of hear what we're saying as well is so great. So I really hope that we can do more of that next year, or I can go and speak into more schools next year once everything is kind of cleared up, fingers crossed. I was actually invited to the UK fully focused premiere of Exposed. It's a short film and it is really impactful. I definitely recommend to watch it. You can watch it here on YouTube. Just type in UK fully focused and just type in Exposed and it should come up and you guys can check it out. And I actually got to meet Mia McKenna Bruce. She's such an amazing actress, so talented, so I'm so grateful that I had the opportunity to meet her and the rest of the cast members. And then, what would this video be without mentioning the first day, the specific date of going into lockdown? So the 19th of March was my first day in lockdown. I don't really remember what I did specifically, but I didn't think it was going to be this long. I don't think any of us did. But I still thought I'd put that in there so we can kind of think about what we can learn from this year and being stuck at home, because a lot of, I mean, like all of us had so much time on our hands, I feel like, to kind of do whatever you needed to do, practice on different things, master your craft, whatever it was. We all had a lot of time to be productive and learn about ourselves. So I feel like that's a good lesson to take away from this year. Moving on to April, as you guys probably know, April is my anniversary month of doing speaking, doing social media, presenting, everything I guess. And this year was my 4th year anniversary on the 2nd of April. I still can't believe that in 2021 it's going to be 5 years, half a decade. Don't even ask me how that happened because I don't even know myself. So this year I got to celebrate my 4th year anniversary, which was so nice and heartfelt, and to kind of look back at all the things that I've done for the past 4 years. It was actually really, I didn't even know the word for it, to be honest. It was just kind of, I wouldn't say nice because it was better than that, but it was just nice to kind of release and look at the thing, look back on things. It was very nostalgic is the best way I can use, the best word I can use to describe what I'm trying to explain. In April, I also began to collaborate with the Young Urban Arts Foundation, also known as YUAF, to film mental health videos for the young audience throughout lockdown to support them, you know, keep that good mindset going on. I did post videos here on YouTube, so if you'd like to see those mental health videos or mental health related videos, then go and check that playlist out. It will be in the I button in the corner over here. Or over here. There'll be an arrow coming up right now, so just whatever one comes up, just click on that. And in April I began to do my Instagram live interviews. To think that I began in April and I'm still doing them now is so surreal, and I didn't really realise the impact it was going to make by doing those interviews. I just kind of saw the people doing it and I was like, you know what, I love interviewing people, why didn't I just start doing this? And it just kind of became into this, I guess, big thing, which is quite surprising, to be honest. And I didn't realise that I'm actually just practicing by doing those interviews over and over again, because although I had done presenting gigs beforehand, kind of interviewing people more was something that I wasn't really focusing on that much until it came to lockdown. But I didn't even do it on purpose to improve on my interviewing skills or presenting skills. It was just kind of for fun to speak to people and to socialise with others, because obviously we're all in lockdown, all in quarantine, didn't really see anyone apart from through the phone, so might as well make the most of it. Then in May I was featured on the Elite Entrepreneurs page, which was such a wonderful opportunity, and to kind of be alongside all the other people they have interviewed was a really nice opportunity, and it just, yeah, it feels very rewarding, I can say. I was featured in the Be Kind magazine, which was so amazing. Then in May I also got to interview some extraordinary individuals. I mean, everyone who I interview is unique and extraordinary in their own way, so I'm just so grateful that I've had the chance to interview as many people as I've done this year, because I feel like it's a record for me especially. Then moving on to June. But I'd say from June especially, I got so educated and aware of the world we live in, and I think I've learned more on social media and from activists online than I ever would have in school or in 1 month a year in Black History Month. So I definitely say June was a very important month because we all learn a lot. I feel like, I hope you learn a lot, but especially for most people who I know, we all kind of learned something that we never thought we would, but we are grateful that we did because now we're more aware, we're more educated. So now we can try and find the solutions or raise awareness for the things that should be heard of rather than things that are kind of unnecessary. Then in June we hit 6,000 subscribers, which was so amazing because we were growing so fast. I felt like we did grow quite a lot. Maybe you guys probably are like, Vanessa, it's literally not even that fast. But for me, it felt like we were growing so much and quite fast as well. Faster than the usual rate of things. So that's why I felt like June was a really empowering month. And I think there's a lot that we can take from that month especially. In June, my talk show was officially released on Amazon Prime. That moment when I posted it on social media, there are literally no words to describe it. It was so just incredible to see people's reactions and to actually just put something out there that kind of all the hard work that my mum and I have put into over the 4 years and are still putting into now kind of paid off. We got to see that, and that was a really beautiful moment that I definitely will never forget. And we hit 15,000 on Instagram. Then moving on to July, I presented a Screen Nation Award on their virtual ceremony because unfortunately due to lockdown, quarantine, COVID-19, all the circumstances we were in, we obviously couldn't, there wasn't any actual event, which was really upsetting, but thank goodness we live in the day and age of social media, so we could still bring together and put something out there and still give the award nominees what they deserved and the recognition that they deserved. I was featured on Mimi on a Mission, the lockdown party on BBC iPlayer. That was so much fun. I was kind of shocking to see myself in the video, but I'm so thankful that I had the opportunity to actually be a part of that episode. I took part in the virtual Mixed Girl meetup, which was so much fun because I actually got to kind of open up about my, I guess, upbringing being a mixed person and the way that's kind of shaped stereotypes around that. So that was a really kind of eye-opening experience to also hear about other people's experiences. And I was also featured in Tangerine magazine. Then moving on to August, which is my birthday month. Can you guys tell me, Leo? But on the 8th of August, the day right before my birthday, I filmed Bianca's backstory for the Hard to Leave series, which will be coming out soon, so stay tuned for that. I got to work alongside with my two parents, one of them very nice, one of them kind of not so nice. You guys definitely see that come alive in the thing. Make sure to follow them on their Instagram to see more updates and the other stories that they're going to be publishing as well and releasing, because it's all very impactful. So make sure to go and follow Hard to Leave on their Instagram. But I got to work alongside with David and Debbie. I just realised their names both begin with D, but they were so amazing to work with, and it was so much fun filming on set that day. Then obviously the 9th of August was my birthday, my 14th birthday. Next year I'm going to be 15. I do not want to be reminded of that and the fact that I am growing up and that I'm going to have to do GCSE soon, and you get the gist. And then on the 10th of August, I was actually filming a commercial for Dad Pad UK, and the commercial video will be coming out soon on my YouTube channel. I'm not sure if it's out now when I'm filming this video, but stay tuned for that if you haven't seen it already. I had the wonderful chance to host the Curl Talk for Curly Kids hair care products on Instagram Live, and it was so much fun, and everyone was so interactive, and it just was a really nice atmosphere that we kind of created through our screens. We also travelled to Prague like in February to celebrate my birthday and to also see obviously my other family members, and we even went to a cat cafe. And I also hosted an Instagram Live for the multiracial Americans, also speaking about my experiences as a mixed individual. Then moving on to September, I was on iLive Radio UK, and it was so fascinating to go into the studio with all the mics, how they do everything. I go to a media school, so this was really interesting to kind of see everything in action as well, and it was really fun. Then I was one of the co-host moderators for Behind the Scenes, which was obviously a virtual event. Shout out to Freshkin Nation. make sure to go follow them because Shauna, who is obviously the founder of Fresh Kid Nation, is so lovely and is so supportive. Then October. This month was really, I think October was a good month. Even though I hadn't done that much in October, it was still a really amazing month. I was the Girl Talk magazine guest editor. I literally went to, I think, WH Smith and got the magazine, and when I turned the page I could see my face there, right there in broad daylight. I was shook. I still very much am, but I'm so thankful and grateful that I had the chance to be one of their guest editors. Such an amazing just opportunity, and it was so lovely to see other people kind of supporting me in the magazine as well. And obviously October we filmed the Step Back film. If you follow me on my Instagram already, you guys know that I've been posting a lot about the Step Back film, which is a short film. Follow that on their Instagram. It's just called Step Back Film on Instagram to see more updates and when the film will be coming out, because I cannot wait to see the final result. But we were filming for basically a week. This is the longest time I filmed for a filming project before, so I was over the moon, and it was so much fun filming. I wish I could just go back to that week and just keep reliving that, because it was so much fun acting with the people who I did. Xavier, who plays Marcus, the main character, and also Angie Lamar, two incredible, so talented actors that I got to work with. So it was a no-brainer that I'd have an amazing time. Then moving on to November, I was selected to be a part of the River Island Kids new activewear line. I'm so, yeah, I'm like, are there really any other words for thankful and grateful? Because I just feel like I'm repeating myself over and over again. I probably very much am. But it's so amazing that I get to work with River Island Kids. When I actually got to work with them and promote their activewear line, it was just a dream come true. And in November, I was featured on BMT Stories talking about the Step Back film also. And then finally, the 12th month of the year, December. The Inspiring Vanessa show aired on Sky TV for the first time. I'd like to say a massive thank you to Younger TV for helping this happen and just seeing the potential in the show and enjoying the morals behind it and the message behind it and why we actually created it in the first place. If you guys live in the UK and you have Sky TV, make sure to tune in on Younger TV on 186 the channel and stay updated for who's going to be interviewed on that week on my Instagram, which is just at inspiringvanessa. I will leave all the dates up here for when episodes usually air, because I don't remember it at the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure you can get it 4 times a week. So if you miss it on one day, you've still got 3 other opportunities, so don't miss it. And then to finish off this year, I was featured on the Madison J Show to talk about indigo children, spirituality. If you're interested in that kind of stuff, make sure to go and check out the interview. I was also alongside an amazing panel of guests and individuals. And that's a wrap. Thank you all so much for watching this video. If you're still here right now, make sure to comment down below 2020 rewind in the comments, so I know you guys stayed till the end and wanted to hear about what I've been doing this year and also what I've learned. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for supporting me throughout this year and my previous years as well. I really wouldn't have been able to reach the people who I did without you guys supporting me, so I love every single one of you and Happy New Year! Make sure to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you can become a part of the Inspirators family. And if you'd like to see my other My Journey videos, I've got a playlist that will hopefully keep you inspired. But without further ado, I'll see you guys next year. Bye! Someone